So if you guys are just tuning in, we are finally moving on to the third moderator on my list. During the month of December, it is moderator month, so I'm letting my moderators choose all of my video topics for the month of December, outside of a few around the actual Christmas. With that said, we did Mo for the first week, Newt was last week, and now the last one is Hamzat, aka Killer Kamikaze, aka Rob. So we are moving on to him. And his first list is called the Scented Countdown, where he wants me to give you my 5 top holiday gourmand fragrances, the ones that I love to wear the most. So that's what we're going to be talking about today, my top 5 holiday gourmand fragrances. So without further ado, let's get it. What's going on, my great smelling dudes? Happy holidays to all of you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining me for yet another one of my moderator topic videos. Now moving on to Hamzat, aka Killer Kamikaze, aka Rob. So shout out to him. Before we get into the video, if you're new to my channel and you like my content, then make sure that you give me a nice subscribe. Everybody else, hit that like, show your brother some love. Comment below, let me know some of your favorite holiday gourmand fragrances, either for men, for women, doesn't really matter. And then also, if you want my videos sooner, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. So again, shout out to Hamzat, aka Rob, for picking all of the lists over the next 2 weeks, because he sent me a bunch of different fragrance lists, all different topics and stuff like that. And since we still have a lot of December to go, at least 12 days, I figured I would pretty much do almost every one of his topics. With that said, we're going to get straight into the first one here, which he asked me to do. It's called the Scented Countdown, where I'm going to be giving you guys 5 of my favorite holiday gourmand fragrances and ranking them from 5 to 1. It actually wasn't that hard, because gourmand fragrances, while they are in one of my top categories of fragrances, for sure, I don't own that many of them, because the good ones are great. I love them so much, but there's not as many gourmands as you would think that are actually very good to the point where I want to buy a bottle. I've tried a bunch, but these are the ones specifically that I bought a bottle of. I do have one that is on its way that I bought from my live stream the other day. It's called Ruby Yule by a company that also makes a fragrance called The Tower, and I'll put it in the chat. I can't remember the name. Honestly, I don't know why I can't. But with that said, we're going to get into my top 5 holiday gourmand fragrances right now. Starting with number 5. Number 5, this one legit came in last year, and I was like, holy crap, that smells like Cocoa Puffs. This is Montale Chocolate Greedy. Montale Chocolate Greedy. It legit smells like a box of Cocoa Puffs with a nice dusty vanilla. That's what the fragrance is. And it's not like a powdery vanilla. It's kind of just like if you smelled Cocoa Puffs and it was next to powdered sugar or something like that. Kind of what it reminds me of. Or if you just smash the Cocoa Puffs down to a powder. It's really what it smells like with vanilla. There's a little bit of spice, but it's what it is. You have to like Cocoa Puffs to like this. And I don't know why I always smell that. It doesn't smell like anything. But this lasts 6 to 7 hours on my skin. I think it's really nice. It's something that you could definitely wear to a nice holiday party or something like that. It's not going to be a suit and tie style fragrance. So if that's the way that your family gets together. For me, my family gets together and they drink. So this would be something good to wear. At least in my head. Going into number 4. Number 4 is one that's discontinued. This is the one that is maybe as close as you can get to not being a gourmand while still being a gourmand. This is Boss the Scent Private Accord. This is a dark chocolate Maninka vanilla fragrance, Tonka fragrance. I can't remember what's in the dry down, vanilla or Tonka. With that said, it's built around this nice dark chocolate. And then the line, which is that Maninka fruit, but it doesn't come off as dusty of a fragrance as all the rest of the fragrances come off, because Maninka fruit usually comes off this kind of dusty but dark fruitiness. In this, you get the dark fruitiness. It's almost like if you have one of those dark chocolate squares that has, like a dark chocolate cherries, and on the inside you have some kind of like fruitiness, like cherry or something like that. It's kind of what this smells like a dark chocolate covered cherry. Yep, it's a really good fragrance. And then when you get to the dry down, you get a little bit of creaminess, a little bit of woods. Fragrance is really nice. Still has a little bit of that dustiness, but yeah, it's of all of these, it's the closest to not being a gourmand, but it just smells like a chocolate covered fruit. It's not necessarily a cherry. I just say that to give you guys an idea. It's like if you could get some kind of like dark, maybe plum or something like that. I honestly don't know. Because I've never smelled a Maninka fruit in real life. I only know it from this line. But anyway, and it's weird because if you look up Maninka fruit to try to understand what it's about, there's hardly any information about it. Maninka fruit is not very well known. Anyway, number 3. This one was just released in November. And I really like it. It was supposed to be a honey-dominated fragrance, and for the first 30 minutes it really is, but then it completely changes to something completely different. This is by Zaharoff. It is Zaharoff Aurum. Zaharoff Aurum. So this is not for the faint of heart. If you don't like sweet things, you won't like it. It is very rich. If you don't like richness, you're not going to like it. But still try it out. This is probably a test before you buy. But with that said, I absolutely enjoy this stuff. I mean, I just got it, a month ago, and there's already like a half an inch missing from it. But with that said, and it's not a fragrance you can wear every day. But with that said, this fragrance is going to be, Zaharoff Aurum is going to start out a really dense honey. It's very in your face. It's very rich. And you get some cinnamon mixed together with. It's almost like if you took honey and just drenched it over a pile of grated cinnamon. As you work your way into the dry down though, that honey and that cinnamon starts to fade by the wayside and go into the kind of like the background nuance, along with a little bit of woods. But then in front of that, you almost get this, it smells like a Kinder Bueno, which the way that I can explain it for people who don't know what that is, it's the hazelnut filling almost. So a Kinder Bueno is a hazelnut shell that on the inside it has this kind of vanilla hazelnut mixture that's creamy. And so this fragrance comes off. My daughter said it smelled like a creamy hot chocolate. And I kind of agree with her because hazelnut has a cacao smell to it. But so the opening honey and cinnamon as you dry down, it's kind of just like a dusted chocolate, even though it's hazelnut mixed together with vanilla, woods, and a little bit of that honey and spice. But yeah, it's really good. It turns into a completely different fragrance as you get to the dry down. It's just, if you don't like the honey part, that's about the first half hour. But I love the dry down of this. That Kinder Bueno style fragrance in the dry down just is, love it. Super gourmand though. Going into the last two. So you would think I would put this number 1, but as far as gourmands go and as far as holidays go, the one after this one definitely beats it out, and for almost everybody, I would say. So number 2, Azzaro's The Most Wanted. Azzaro's The Most Wanted is the most versatile gourmand fragrance ever. It's the most versatile gourmand fragrance ever. I love it. It's cardamom, toffee, amberwood, a little bit of vanilla under there. You get some spice in there as well, and a slight bit of aromatics, maybe some lavender. But it is super sexy. It is super alluring. It has a bit of freshness in there. It is warm. It is sweet, but it's not too dense. It's not too sweet. It's not too rich. And the way that it's blended all together makes it super mass appealing, that you can wear it pretty much any season. I would stay more during the nighttime, during the spring and summer. But for the fall and winter, it is a great fragrance, as is the Parfum. But this one is more, it's less playful. The Parfum is more playful. It's more sweet. This one is more, you can actually wear it out on a date or dressed up with a suit and tie. I mean, this is one of the best, most versatile gourmand fragrances out there. That is why it is one of my favorite designer fragrances. I mean, Absolutely love it. The most wanted, and it lasts about 8 hours. So you can't really go wrong with that. And it projects above average, so for about the first 4 hours, you get a decent sillage on it. Nothing crazy, but that's what I like about it. It's not too strong, not too light, and it's perfect. I love it. Anyway, what can beat out perfect? Well, this is the holiday favorite for me. It's my favorite niche fragrance for the fall and winter. I told you I wouldn't mention it, but I saved it for this video just because. But the number one holiday gourmand fragrance for me, Angel Share. It has to be. I didn't want to put it on here, but it's a warm, boozy cinnamon bun drink. Super high quality. It can be cloned, but it will never be outdone. Angel Share is... Every time I wear it, I get a compliment. There is not a single time that I don't wear it. Like, anytime I wear it, I get a compliment. There is no times that I've worn this and did not get a compliment, whether it's from a family member, from somebody at like work, or going to like Seven Springs the other day. I went to Oktoberfest a couple months ago, and I get compliments on it all the time. I mean, it's one of the best fragrances. It's for men or women. It's unisex. I love it. Warm, boozy cinnamon bun drink. It's great. That is my number one holiday gourmand. I mean, I had to put that there. No matter what, I can't. I'd be lying to you if it wouldn't be number one. I'm not just gonna leave it out to leave it out. But yeah, let me know some of your favorite holiday gourmands. And again, I'll be back with another video. Happy holidays to all of y'all. Peace.